Well, we should probably try and do another long rest, I guess.
The thing is like coming up right up on us right now.
Oh my goodness. So if I recall, before the break, the question was, how do I make color? And now we come back and it's like color has been vomited all over this picture.
Yep, that's how I do it.
Cotton's telling me we have the wrap in 2 clips, so let me just go get that for
Nice.
we'll get that for my boy Sid Alpha who's stuck at work. Yeah, previously on this show, y'all were making a decision. What do you want to do, G?
All right, Runa, what you're thinking here?
I guess we should know about that in the break.
Until it's closer to throw it.
I want to say
I would throw it and then wait to see if it actually comes, and if it doesn't, then we can.
yeah, because I think it would have been here by now.
Hey, Rik-Jaxx, you have the flamey thing, right? You can do flamey stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a cantrip for you?
Yeah.
Like, could you burn a lot of this shit up? Because, like, I'm not feeling great about walking through and breathing all that in. But, like, that's going to anger the other guys, and they may run off with the gold before the other thing gets here. Like, we either need to commit to murdering the people in front of us and staying ahead of the thing behind us, or convince the thing behind us to murder the people in front of us.
For both?
That's a lot of words, and I don't know which direction to go. We're in a rock and a hard place, I feel.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like we can throw the gold down the tunnel so that the thing behind us is more likely to murder the people in front of us, but we want to make sure the thing behind us is close enough to realize the people in front of us have the gold before they can like run it off and take it.
If only there was someone in the group that could successfully convince other people to do things.
Right, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
We don't have one of those, so we're gonna have to do what we can.
Yeah.
That's only worked out for our group once that I can think of.
I can't think of any names.
That's a great creepy noise right there.
Right, motherfuckers.
What?
Well, anyways, I throw the gold.
Are we? Yeah.
I got you guys on the boat.
Then we'll wait and see.
The boat was taken off without us. Rik-Jaxx zombies almost killed us.
All right. As we're waiting, I'm gonna eat my worm.
Okay.
You sure you don't want to put your armor on?
So walk me through who is long resting, who's doing what here. Let's start with Kazador. You're entering a long rest. You're starting with the first 2 hours of eating, lounging around, and then sleeping.
I'm gonna short rest actually. Now that I've got my hit points back.
Sure.
Do I get when do I get hit die back?
You receive hit die back. You get half your hit die back on a long rest, which you still have yet to accomplish.
Right. Okay. And guys, we're not gonna long rest now, right? We're gonna just do short rests. Is that the plan?
I'm gonna keep watch to this tunnel to make sure the freaking thing doesn't come after us.
Yes, but at a certain point, we got to decide if we're long resting or short resting.
Right. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna sit there for an hour and wait for this thing. If it's like
Do you
20,
have
30
any
minutes.
idea at all how far behind us it is, Rik-Jaxx?
I feel it would have been here already.
How far back did you go, Rik-Jaxx?
Well, I went all the way back to the entrance of the cave, which, by the way, our gear is destroyed. Our horse is dead, or our pony.
What?
Yeah, this thing, that's where I saw this thing.
Hal's favorite pony.
Hey, this thing chased me all the way back from the beginning of the dungeon. So,
You guys even remember the name of that pony?
It's Dead Pony.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Winslow.
right.
It was Winslow.
Winslow, yeah.
Winslow.
I mean, Hal's going to be lucky if I remember his name in 2 more sessions.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna be great when he shows up again with the princess and he's like, my foster son, and you're like, who are you?
Do I know you?
Old man.
So I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I don't feel we're in a safe spot because
All right, I
that
say
thing
we stand ready and wait for this thing and see if we have an interaction. Otherwise, we take a vote on long resting versus short resting.
No, I'm just going to short rest. And then I'd say when I'm done short resting, that puts us all up, I mean, relatively healthy. I say we just torch that tunnel and keep moving after that. We can't like stay here the rest of our lives.
Kaz is up for that.
Down.
Something is going to eat Runa eventually.
Yeah.
I'd rather it not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so where are my hit dice in D&D Beyond?
There should be a hit dice button at the top right corner where your HP is.
How many? I mean, you have a number of hit dice equal to your level, so you have 3.
I have 3, and they're D8s, right?
Have you used them yet?
No, not since our last long
Would
rest.
you like
Oh,
to
so
use them now?
Got it.
I actually want to use one.
Oh no, I have used a hit dice. I
Then
just...
only 2 are available to you.
Yeah, we had a short rest before.
Huh?
I've used 2 myself, so I have 1 left.
Confirmed.
Okay. Well, anyone that's short resting and using a hit die, go ahead and throw that down.
Automatically add my hit points back? Alright, so it's just 1d8 plus 1.
For each one, yes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't automatically add the hit points back.
Oops.
I don't know how that would be possible.
In D&D Beyond it?
Oh, does it actually roll for how much hit dice you get back then there?
Yeah, like you can, I guess maybe you can just click it, but then you still have to do it. That,
Yeah, you click short or long rest and hit engage or something like that, and it'll do it.
Okay, so what did I get? 8.
Well, let's roll just so that I can see.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
basically...
Runa got 4. Mortrick got 8. Who is on watch during this sleepy time where Kazador is sitting down and eat? I mean, I guess it's just back to Rik-Jaxx again, right?
Yep.
Okay. I need you to make a perception check, Rik-Jaxx, so you're waiting on watch. You're 100% focused now that you know that something's out there that will definitely kill and eat you.
Do I at least get advantage on perception?
Nope.
I'm also putting on my armor this time.
A 9. Okay. Yeah, you just keep breathing deeply and keeping an eye out, but who knows what lurks in the shadows beyond. Kazador, you're staying in your armor still. It's getting rough for you, man. You know, armor is not made to be worn for hours and hours and hours on end.
So Rik-Jaxx.
I can't wait for Washik and YouTube comments tomorrow. Just be like, actually, you're wrong, Arthur. Armor was specifically manufactured for 16-hour days.
They slept in it often. Right, so Rik-Jaxx for his walk is just sort of patrolling, going back and forth, so he can keep watch down each of the halls, the north and south hall.
All right. I mean, with a 9, your watch is done.
Still got to do it, man.
All right.
The short rest ends after about an hour of eating and sleeping. You all feel a hell of a lot better. Some of you are still exhausted, though.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Say we doing this, guys? All right, so Rik-Jaxx, I think order of operations here is Rik-Jaxx, you want to clear that tunnel out because I really don't think we want to breathe a lot of that stuff in. That is going to affect the other guys, so we'll need to be ready for them.
Yeah, we'll be ready for this time.
If we make a lot of noise, is it going to bring that guy over here, Rik-Jaxx? Can we summon him?
I'm unaware if that'll work or not.
All right.
I just know I can tell you that when I was sneaking around, it knew where I was.
We're also here to like murder that thing, right? Like that is the thing we are actually here to kill and clean up out of this place.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. All right, so let's go around to the tunnel. Give me a second, Rik-Jaxx, and then you can start just fire arrowing the shit out of that place.
I'm gonna suggest that Kazador walk in front of me, and I can fire over his shoulder.
All right, I'm gonna pop my lights.
So you're doing that thing where, you know, the guy's got the shield and the battering ram going in the front, and you've got the shotgun over his shoulder.
That's right.
Yeah, he's totally doing that.
Okay.
I love it. So we're going forward. Are we not doing any kind of stealth?
So just to be clear, with your lights, you're definitely lighting up this open portcullis area. The people in the next room absolutely know that you're coming.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
I'm doing it just like this.
Okay.
I'm like, hold on, Kaz, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Runa, would you like to light another torch? Because after an hour, your last torch goes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna light another one.
All right.
Also, maybe Runa, do you want to stand on the other side of this door so that we can both pummel them together?
And just mark down that you used 3 torches on your character's notes or D&D Beyond, wherever. Because I'd love to have that one time where I'm like, you use your next torch, and you're like, yeah, and then you're like, oh shit, I don't have another one.
All right.
I love that
Luckily,
moment.
other people come prepared.
You know, I heard you say that, but then I'm remembering that anything you aren't carrying with you was just destroyed. So, or
I carry
removed.
my torches with me. I carry my.
Of course. I mean, that's as you know, dwarves with dark vision always carry torches on them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I figure I got everything besides my. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I have just what's on my person, which I think is now less money and dirtier clothes.
Well, you never threw
Are you
that.
guys leaving that bag of gold and silver on the other side of the pit?
If by the 20 or 30 minutes it hadn't come, I'd have picked it up.
Okay, all right. You give everybody their money back, or you just keep it?
Now, I'd say hold on to it, Runa. We're going to need that decoy ready
Yeah.
in a moment's
All
notice.
right. All of you mark down that you have no money, and Runa mark down you have everybody's money.
All right.
Just in case everyone forgets, so when they get to town, they're like, "Oh, my character sheet says I don't have any money."
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to get to the end of this hallway. I'm going to throw out my lights like that, and I'm going to wait to see if I hear anyone.
Make a perception check.
Perception with disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Because everything.
Wow. 23 and a 17.
So that's what it's like to get a good roll.
You can see that some of the fungus spores are coming down the hallway towards you still. You hear a humming noise, like a deep bass humming, like
Like a voice or like a sound from the rock?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
The one thing you definitely don't hear is the sound of those quaggoths moving. You know, they made a very distinctive clicking noise with their talons on the rock.
Hello? Are you guys on vacation now?
The humming noise stops.
You're not on vacation. I know you're there.
What happened to burning the spores? I thought we were going to move down that hall.
Well, we are. I'm just trying to see who's down there. I just want to let them know so that they're not all like super. I mean, like they're going to be pissy, but I feel like they'll be less pissy if we at least give them advance notice. Go ahead, torch it. Burn the whole place to the ground. I hate it so much. Also, did anyone else hear that humming?
Yes.
Any guesses?
No.
All right, let's burn it.
So it's just, there's like spores in the air. So I'll take a shot down the hall. Does that?
Oh, I'm gonna
clear
like
out?
get some of that my priest robes stuff or whatever, and like hold it over my mouth. I don't want to be breathing this stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're firing little flame blasts down the hallway?
Yeah, I think we need to move around the corner so that I can get a shot off. And
Okay, so
clear
just to
out.
be clear, this is going to take a really long time. And this whole like 15-foot area at the very end is completely covered. Floor, ceiling, wall, all of the poles. Like you can do this, but it's going to take time.
All right, I say we just torch it with a torch. So I can walk down the hallway. Rik-Jaxx, you can walk down the hallway, torch extended, and set it ablaze. But first, we should check out the door that's on the right.
Okay.
Well, are we? If we're covered up, are we being affected by the spores?
I mean, talk to me about how covered up each of you are.
I know as part of my look, I've got this sort of scarf thing that I pull up when I
Okay.
go in stealth mode.
All right.
I probably just have something over my mouth.
Kaz is using some of the spare cloth over his face, but underneath the plate mail.
Okay. Interesting. All right. I mean, the thing is, a lot of you
Clear out
have.
that hallway. I
a lot of you have open wounds that are just being patched up, and I mean, you'll be able to not breathe it, but it could definitely still get in your bloodstream.
All right.
Does
It'll be
Kaz have
difficult.
wounds?
Sorry, what was the question?
Does Kaz have wounds? Because he got healed. He's full. Of
Yeah,
health.
yeah. I mean, they're still there for until you get a long rest, and I mean, even then, the scars of like Runa getting bit on the nose will be with her forever.
Okay.
I guess if you got magically healed, then your wounds would be sealed up, just like faint scars left.
Some of them were.
You're pretty sure that you guys will be okay, but you know, like direct contact with the spores, it could get in your bloodstream. You know, definitely don't roll around on the wall.
Look, guys, I'm making fungus angels.
Yeah, don't do that. So what is the plan here? I see that the lights have been withdrawn.
Yeah, well, they're torching out the tunnel. I just want to keep an eye this way to see if this thing is coming.
Okay, if the plan is continue torching the tunnel, it will take about 10 minutes to completely remove all the fungus.
Fine.
All right?
Yeah.
You cleanse the air. You could see that more spores are leaking from the portcullis. They're floating through, but you've completely torched everything that's on the wall, ceiling, floor. There's just charred piles of ash.
So in the process of doing that, I'm taking a look at this door on the right.
Yep.
What
It's
kind of door
a
is it?
stone door.
Mhm.
It's got a brass hinge. Looks like it could just, you know, there's no handle. You could just push it and it'll swing open.
Okay. Push it and swing open.
Right. As you do, I need
we
you
definitely
and
wanna-
Rik-Jaxx to immediately make 4 Constitution saving throws.
4. Quit touching the doors. Con saving throws. Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
Well, you failed 1, so that's all you need.
4.
Wow. Otherwise, you rolled pretty well.
As the door opens, you can see that the Quaggoth is waiting right there for you. Rik-Jaxx, you can also see the second Quaggoth in the back, I believe.
Yeah. the
There's
big guy.
also several fungus creatures, like humanoid funguses, with long spears made out of hardened fungus, standing around, and then like some sort of massive super fungoid with hundreds of smaller fungus hanging off of it. Kazador, Rik-Jaxx. Oh, sorry, Runa, you're moving up as well. I need you to make 4 con saving throws as
Oh,
well.
I just couldn't see anybody, so I didn't know where they were.
Right, you move up. I mean, okay, all right, you remain there. So Kazador and Rik-Jaxx. I didn't see Kaz's saving throws yet.
Okay. You didn't tell me to roll, so I didn't roll.
Yep,
Okay,
go ahead. No, I said you needed to make 4. Yeah, all you need to do is fail one of these. Oh, there it is. You were so close. You got 3 of them.
I know.
Both of you immediately hear voices in your head. Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, hello. And then they all have the same. So I'm making different things, but they actually all sound the same, completely monotonous. And you can hear one say, "I will speak to them alone." No, let me speak. No, it shall be me. Master, they have come as I said that they would. You must remain safe. Move backwards. No, we will approach them in peace. Speak. What are your names? All
I'm
this
Kazador.
conversation is happening inside your heads.
Do we reply inside our head?
I don't know. Do you?
I will reply verbally so that Runa has a clue of what's going on.
Okay.
So I hear you speak, and we do not mean you any harm either. Can we open a dialogue?
A dialogue is open with us. You are part of the circle.
Okay. What do you want to say, guys?
Great one. They
Only
cannot
you
be
and I can
trusted.
hear. Yeah. I'm going to tell them, you know what? We're actually looking to avoid another creature that was in this dungeon that, seems pretty frightening.
Yes, the master of this dungeon. I know of it.
Are you allied with it or opposed to it?
So as the two of you are standing there, you notice that this entire room is crawling with fungus. The little mushrooms are actively swaying back and forth to an invisible wind. Every inch of this place is covered with orange and purple and blue. It's hanging from the ceiling. It's going from the walls. You can see some of it is climbing up the fur of the quaggas, and now you understand where their weird crowns of orange fungus came from. As you look at each other, you realize that both of you have orange fungus sticking out of your ears.
I start pawing at it.
It just makes like you're like, it's not going anywhere, man. It's stuck in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty sure that this place is super toxic with fungus.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna need to burn all of your clothing.
And I like my clothing.
We are not hostile. We are a circle. We are of peace. The thing that you speak of is the master of this dungeon. We are simply remaining here, waiting for the Spore Brother. We await the bloom of my bearer's Spore Brother. It has moved into the final stages. We come to honor its passing. And as it speaks this in your mind, the massive super fungus moves on one of its four legs, and the rest of the mushroom people just like drop to one knee and just use their fungus spears to steady themselves. The quaggas both drop to both knees. It begins moving towards the two of you. We shall take a better look at you. My people are curious to know more about you. I shall show them through my eyes.
I calmly walk forward.
Okay, so you're walking into the room covered in fungus.
You don't want to go in there. He just said it was toxic.
Make a Constitution saving throw again.
All right.
Okay. You take a unconscious breath, Kazador.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of trying to hold it. You kind of feel for a moment a little lightheaded. You almost feel like maybe you want to take a drink, but then you pull your shit together. You're Kazador Whiteknuckle, and you don't have time to go on a fucking trip right now.
No psychedelic.
Yeah, you're a little woozy, but you keep yourself together. It continues moving towards you, and as this happens, the quaggoth like moves behind it, and both of them move into like a flanking position. When then they get back down on their knees behind it.
So I moving forward in prostration, like sort of hands out, like this, right?
Okay.
And
no, stand.
Well, yeah,
I would look at you.
All right. Now I stand.
I am the sovereign of this circle. If you wish, you may join us.
We only wish to pass through. We're trying to get the Blindenstone.
It could be dangerous for all of you to pass through this room until our circle brother has passed. We await for its consciousness to gutter.
This is the room in the middle of the hallway, right? Not the portcullis at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
We will wait for your friend to pass. We didn't understand what was happening before.
It will be several hours before it gutters.
Ask him if there's a way to clean up a section of this room so it's not toxic to us. Maybe we can wait it out with them.
They're continuously releasing spores like all the time. So there's no cleaning this room when they're in here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are you saying that to Kazador out loud, or are you saying it telepathically?
Well, what I would have said telepathically is that your spores are toxic to us. Is there any way that we can create a space that isn't covered in spores that my party can...
Our spores may be toxic to you, but they will cause no lasting damage. Indeed, many have hunted our people in order to gain greater metaphysical understanding. If you wish to celebrate, Come among us and await the death.
We will wait the death, and I wish wish the passing to be peaceful, but we can't come in here. I can go no more forward.
You are already among us. If you would have fallen to our spores, you would already be under its influence.
Oh, that's nice.
So with hand signals, can Runa see me?
Yes.
So
as long as she's got her torch out.
Since Runa was studying that book and maybe learning Thieves' Cant, I'll do Thieves' Cant hand signals and say, "Go get Mortrick. He'll love this."
I don't think you know that he is studying the Thieves' Cant.
So Runa has never
Just
mentioned
for
that to you, and she requires 2 weeks of unbroken study in order to learn that.
All right.
You have so she doesn't know it, and you don't even know that she doesn't know it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rik-Jaxx will go back to Runa and Mortrick and fill them in on what's going on so far, because I think they need to be involved in
when you
decisions.
move 30 feet away from Kazador, you lose your psychic connection to everybody.
Okay.
So can I ask a mechanics question? So that guy said before, if like I can stay in the room, but like, will Kaz know that he can stay in the room, or is this a mechanics thing? Where
Make a nature check.
Okay.
You're asking, does my character know if what this guy is saying is the truth?
Well,
There's 2 ways to go about this. You can either attempt to sense if he's deceiving you, or of course he could believe it, and it could also be not true, right? Maybe he's not an expert on dwarven physiology, being a mushroom. Or you could see if you physically know, intellectually, whether this is true or not.
What's the first roll?
Nature.
Sorry, what's the detecting if he's lying?
Insight.
Insight.
You're like, which one do I have a higher score at? Yeah, I've seen this before. Rather than choose the one that Kazador would do.
Well, I mean, let's see. Kazador. I mean, he has experience in these situations, so I think he would. I mean,
In talking to mushroom situations?
no, in being an underground cavernous.
He does know that, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, if anything, he might do a nature check. So I'm going to do that.
I'm just busting your balls.
Technically, I think actually I have a +1 insight. So.
I mean, there's no technically either you do, you don't.
Well, technically, regarding
Okay.
the question,
I'm gonna explain what you know. These creatures are called myconids. They are completely neutral plant creatures. They only care about themselves and anyone who enters their circle. So anyone who enters the psychic projection of spores that they allow around them. Any creatures that stay within 30 feet of each other all join a mutual hallucination, and you can feel yourself being drawn into that right now. That's how you're psychically communicating. If you remain with this for a long enough time, you'll simply become a background member of this collective, with the sovereign basically taking over your higher brain functions. However, in the short term, that's not going to be a problem. They are capable of releasing spores at any time in order to get people to communicate with them. The Great Sovereign, you've heard of these creatures before. They are both feared and hunted. They are capable of stunning creatures around them if they so feel it in order to escape. They also can release poisonous hallucinations that cause people to enter, rather than entering the mutual hallucination, they literally just like, whoa, I'm mushroom tripping right now. This is why they are hunted, for this specific ability. They can also bring back dead creatures by putting their spores inside the body and making it into a spore servant. And this is the reason that they're feared. So they are pacifist, and they will only fight to defend themselves, and only at the greatest measure, but they have no problem like raising dead creatures up to get in the way and block for them as they run away.
Okay.
The smaller creatures still have the spears and such, but basically never use them to defend themselves. They also attempt to run away at high speed from any conflict.
Okay.
You have heard, finally, because again you got a 19, it's very high. That's a great roll. that Quagos will sometimes either be brain taken over by these creatures or will act as mercenaries for them, like guards and escorts.
Okay. So I'm going to start communicating telepathically to him.
Sure. I mean,
and
as much as you want to.
I'll try, yeah. And I'm going to say, do you say that this room is dangerous to us, and I agree. But is there any other way through this mountain? Or through this passage?
I have not traveled past the room that you are in, and the paths behind us have changed. We lost half of our servants as we passed.
To what? What
the
what attack? Did
rooms
something attack you?
shift.
Oh.
The stone is like water here when the master rebuilds the labyrinth.
Interesting. That must be dangerous for your kind.
We are ambulatory. Our spores travel everywhere that there is air. So long as we can move about, we will continue to exist.
But you did lose your servants.
They are precious to us, and their voices are no longer among us. But should we find them again, we will regain them.
So they're acceptable casualties. Let's see.
All serve the sovereign.
Indeed. Well, then we wish you wish him the passing that you all wish for him, and we will stay back and not interrupt.
Very well. We will inform you before we go.
Thank you. And so I bow and leave.
Okay. After you move 30 feet away from the sovereign, your psychic connection is broken.
Okay.
So at that time, Rik-Jaxx and Kazador, as you both move away, you see the little orange things fall out of your ears and hit the ground.
Okay.
Your little orange mushroom things.
Very good. Okay. So as a group, what do you want to do, group?
I say we honor the word we have given and wait for the passing of the sovereign.
Mortrick, you're nowhere even near here. You can hear like something about word being
I'm
given.
talking like I'm just sitting over here thinking like, what was that dream? It's a dude with a hand. He asked me a question.
Yeah, dudes do sometimes have hands, Mick.
Right? Like, but why? Why? What was the question? Did I give the right answer? Was this another test? Shit, I'm never gonna graduate. Wait, I did graduate. Why do I care?
Look, I had that dream for like 6 years after I graduated. I'd wake up and be like, oh, fuck, it's finals. And then I'd be like, Jesus, my degree's on the wall next to my bed because this keeps happening. I'm a fucking adult.
So I'm gonna come around the corner and be like, guys, I'm a fucking adult. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
I don't think that thing's coming. If it is, it's really super slow.
All right. I want to go in sneak mode and go look around the corner at the north.
Oh, what was
I don't
the
think we've
door
ever
over
been
here? Did we check this room out?
Okay, show me where you're going.
I'm going where Rik-Jaxx is.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, 4 of them.
What?
And Rik-Jaxx, when you move back, I need you to make 4 Constitution saving throws.
When I said, did we check this room out, did anyone answer me before I got?
Yeah, I would have responded. Yeah,
No, don't.
I couldn't see at the map. Yeah, I would have. I haven't yet been able to come out and tell you guys what the guy told me. So
Mortrick was
I
running.
say-
Oh my god, a 1. Rik-Jaxx, you're back in the psychic network now, baby.
All right.
Welcome to Spore Town. Mortrick, need you to make 4 because you got within 30 feet of this thing.
I did. All right. And this is Constitution
Yep.
save. Can I tell it to how many to make? You just gotta click it each
You
time.
gotta click it 4 times. You can just do it real fast. Nope.
Nope.
Welcome to the psychic network. You can hear all of the creatures involved in the network right now are talking to each other, trying to keep each other from getting bored. They're giving each other puzzles involving prime numbers.
All right. I'm just gonna like lean up against the door and just like watch and listen.
Okay. Do you have any light on you? Otherwise, you're in complete darkness.
Oh yeah, I'm moving my lights.
The room gets horrifying for you. It is filled with spore monsters and fungus everywhere. It's a nightmare.
Like, it looks awful.
Rik-Jaxx, you're coming up to check this door?
Yes, sir.
The door is a iron door. It looks like the iron has swelled, and the door is now stuck in the door frame.
So I'll call down to Kaz and think, you know what? I think this door is not going to be openable, but maybe you should take a look.
I mean, you could try to force it open.
I think I'm going to wait till we all decide to do that.
I haven't. Well, I explained to you guys what happened with the thing, and we're just. You
haven't even done that yet. Everyone goes rushing past you except for Runa. You're like, guys.
Well, jump on in.
Well, you guys are down the hallway now.
I mean, it's only like 40 or 50 feet. They can hear you talking from that far.
Well, so can the mushroom guys.
Yes.
Yes. So I don't want to do that.
Then you're gonna have to.
I shot down the hallway. I've seen into that room, Rik-Jaxx. It's the same room.
He means the western door.
Yeah, there's a western door that we haven't seen. The portcullis.
The western door.
Correct. So the portcullis does go in the same room that we were in, or that you were in, but there's another door that goes to the west.
Oh, okay. All right.
What about the doors?
I walk up right next to the Kaz and ask him about the room.
About the room inside? It's covered in spores, Runa. And there is a dying behemoth of a mushroom inside. And we shouldn't stay anywhere near that room for very long. I've seen their kind before. But we should be safe to just pass through. They won't harm us.
Did you ask them about the other doors in this room? Where do they go?
He's never been outside this room, his room. But I can say that this passageway is not a normal passageway. It's not inert. It will move and shift, apparently to the whims of the creature that Rik-Jaxx has met.
Right. Are they going to help us get rid of that thing?
They have no interest and no stake in combating that thing.
Yeah.
They're passive entities within this dungeon.
That's not super helpful. Man.
But also not unhelpful.
In trouble. Everywhere you go.
Okay, so then I'm happy enough walking past the door and following Rik-Jaxx down the hallway. I'll make the Constitution saving throw unless you want me. I just accept.
All right, you're back in Spore Town. Welcome to the Psychic Network.
So I'm taking a look at the door.
Runa, you're watching everyone walk into the spore area, and orange mushrooms are just popping out of their ears.
Yeah, he told me not to go in there, so I'm not going in there. And I just watched him walk in there after he told me not to go in there.
I'm gonna say
I didn't go in there. I went down the hallway. I said I don't go in the room.
I don't know what it's like to not be me, but I kind of feel like this is a room full of me's. I don't know if you would like it.
Your voice is just echoing across the mushroom network.
Yeah, I'm saying that out loud and in my head.
Okay. So I inspect the door.
Okay. You think it's going to be pretty tough to break open with an athletics?
Yeah.
Maybe is that door pretty jammed?
My hammer already took a quite a pounding with that worm.
Yeah, you want to try to break it down? Instead of forcing it open, you want to just slam it until it breaks?
Oh, okay. I see. Sorry,
you could attack the door, basically.
Yeah. I'll try the athletic checks with Rik-Jaxx first.
Sure.
Yep.
Two of you work together. Hit me with your advantage. Athletics.
I just want to update something here.
Do I just give him advantage?
Yes.
Okay. So roll
Nothing.
Kazador with advantage.
He doesn't get advantage because he's exhausted. So he takes the 7. basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you try to push this door open. You're pretty sure a dwarven child could do better than you right now. You're just so tired. You're like,
I'm too
so
tired,
technically,
guys.
the door's not locked. It's just expanding in its frame.
Yeah, with the
So
spore.
this would be a strength check.
Yes, athletics.
Oh, athletics.
Yeah, I mean, your only option now is to either spend like 20 or 30 minutes trying to push it open, or you could break it down by hitting it with your hammer.
I'm not gonna hit it with the hammer because I don't want to break it.
Yeah.
Someone with mending could fix the hammer.
Someone in your party does have mending.
That's true. Okay, I forgot about that.
You get
All right.
together. Mortrick mends the hammer. Oh, well, Mortrick, are you gonna mend the hammer?
Yeah, I'm gonna mend the hammer, then I'm gonna come back to my doors.
Boom, boom, boom. We're done. Back at the door with a mended hammer.
Okay. So if I make a
Look, I'm just saying, sometimes this might take 20 minutes to get you guys around to mending the hammer. Not you specifically, just D&D adventuring groups in general, where I'm like, do you mend the hammer? And people are like,
do you want to waste the points mending a hammer?
okay. So I attack the door. I guess it's an attack roll, or is it a?
no, you'll just break it down eventually. It has 60 hit points, so it's going to take like 10 or 12 swings and, like a minute or so of work.
Okay.
It makes a ton of noise because it's an iron door getting slammed on by a steel hammer.
Yep.
Do the mushroom guys react at all to the noise?
Nope, they DGAF.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to the mushroom guys and be like, so you guys never left this room? Even you guys? Talking to the monster?
No, we are not from here. We traveled many, many miles to approach. The rooms behind us are changing, however, and we have not traveled the way that you came. We came from further, deeper within. My domain is miles down.
So, are you guys gonna travel again?
We will. Once my spore bearer's circle brother has passed, we will return.
Where are you gonna go? Just
Back to my domain, as best we can.
If
We
you
will
can
follow the
find it.
wind.
Yeah. No, I don't.
In the background, there's just wham, wham. But you're speaking psychically, so it's kind of irritating. But there's no volume issues.
So, like, what's home like for you guys? I mean, is it a pretty nice place? Are you happy to get out? I mean, clearly you want to go
We are
back.
always filled with joy. You should stay with us if you would like. You too can live a life full with joy, complete and total fulfillment.
That sounds.
If you'd like to see what it's like, step inside, take a deep breath.
So I tell Mortrick, if you spend too long in there, you'll never sing or read a word or join us in our adventures again.
I mean, wait. Are you trying to convince me to go in or stay out? Because I can't tell from that list.
Oh my God.
You
What
can make
an
that choice.
enormous, unnecessary dick.
You can make that choice, Mortrick.
Where are you guys at with that door?
We've
As you say that, the door wham slams onto the ground.
Okay.
All right, Runa, deep breath, and then I'm gonna leave.
All right. So I'm gonna go here. I guess. I mean, I'm standing.
Oh, do we
here,
have a new Kazador token? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Yes, I guess we did.
Kazador did.
My bad. I thought I was updating it, and then it seems like I didn't. I wanted
No,
to
it's fine.
replace.
I'm working on it.
I can bleed it. I can bleed the old one.
No, don't worry. I'll get to it, buddy.
Okay. I'll just move my old one in the meantime. So I'm in the doorway, looking in.
All right. Where's that old one? Now I can't see anything.
I put it on top.
Here's
so.
new Kazador. Here's old shit Kazador.
Hey, I mean.
Well, look at this beautiful new Kazador. I mean, he's covered in blood. I guess that's your thing now. You just. What?
I could update it again. Am I allowed to update it?
Look, you can make as many tokens as you want, man. But I'm just gonna keep. This is it takes me less than 20 seconds to get it set out.
You're gonna need to make a persuasion roll on that, Connor, to see if.
Oh, that's right. I need to update your view because new Kazador can't see anything.
Man, new Kazador looks pretty fucked up, but bad.
Yeah, really bad. All right, 60 foot has vision.
He also has some blue eyeshadow, which is nice.
Yeah. Good touch. How much time do you spend putting that on in the morning? Is that like before or after your armor?
It's the tiredness that he and fatigue he experiences having dealt with you for so long. This journey. That's his natural eye shadow.
The door is open. As you slam it open, you hit what looks to have been a dozen dominoes. And in the process, all of the dominoes in the room are... We're talking thousands of dominoes in here. They're made in the same shape as the circular labyrinth symbol that you had seen in a different part, but this circular labyrinth is upscaled to cover like a 30 by 30 foot circle. I guess just a 30-foot circle, really.
Uh-oh. I don't think... This is
So all of you are hearing this waterfall of noise, and it takes about 30 seconds until the last one falls down.
So we're listening to the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
Only
it's
when
very
awkward
embarrassing.
looking.
It's this awkward thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking into the room. Besides the dominoes, what's in here?
Make a perception check.
You know, some Yahtzee, some chessboard.
Lined against the walls, there are manacles, 3 sets on the northern wall. On the eastern wall, there appears to be like a table where you would strap someone up against it, and then various devices that are hanging on iron chains from the ceiling that you would pull down and torture someone with.
Nice.
This room looks fun.
So I'm gonna begin to walk through. And is there any?
You're stepping through all of those dominoes.
Oh, I didn't say. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're all in the down position, so it's. It would be more correct to call them tiles, right? They're dominoes in shape, but they aren't physically, like two-sided.
Right.
A 3 and a 5 on them. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe like Jenga, but no.
Yeah, I mean, you could play Jenga with these. Yeah, 100%.
Where do they end? Like, where's the final domino?
So the circle is like... This is the best part of drawing on this thing, is being able to draw things that I know, which are circles.
Circles and squares.
Like this.
Okay. So it begins and ends in
It
the
actually
same point.
It actually is up here.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna keep on. I guess I have to step over the tiles.
Yeah, like you're just stepping in between the rows, right? Because everything's outsized. It's physically large enough that you could see a labyrinth could have been formed out of it. Mm-hmm. You walk past the torture implements. You have to push them out of the way as you go past. The rest of the room seems pretty empty, except for a door in the southwest corner.
Yeah, I see that now.
It is an iron door, and it is locked, but the lock is on this side.
Okay. Is there a window, or is it just
no window?
No window. Okay. Rik-Jaxx. I call over to Rik-Jaxx. I've got a locked door, or I've got a door over here. Well, okay, yeah, never mind. I forgot.
Wait.
That's fine.
I'm gonna pull out the map of the labyrinth and then head back to the fungus room whenever we get to a point.
Head back to the fungus room?
Yep.
With the gigantic fungus?
Yep.
Okay. You head back there. You want to enter the fungus network?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the matrix.
Welcome.
And I'm gonna hold up the map. Be like, can you guys read maps? Are you a map people? Are you aware of maps? Or are you just like a wind people?
Quaggoth, go forward. And one of the Quaggoths gets off of guard duty and moves to directly in front of Mortrick. Just kind of stands there and holds its hand out for the map.
Be like,
snarling.
Like, are you
this is the same. Yes, this is the
today?
same one that ripped your face open.
You're the guy that ate my face. Listen, no hard feelings.
He snatches the map out of your hands, takes a look at it.
That's just rude. Come on.
So you've used several pieces of paper in order to get a charcoal rubbing of like a...
No, I used one of...
It was one of my maps.
Yeah, she has Runa has those big cartographers.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
Map.
Yeah.
It looks at this thing and it says, "What is this?"
It might be a map. Would that help you guys find your way home?
No. This is a meaningless symbol.
So you guys are not a map people.
It snarls and throws the map in your face so that it covers your head like a towel, and then turns and prowls away from you. Step, 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 step.
Do the fungus guys have eyes?
The big one does have eyes. The others do not.
So I'm gonna say, oh wait, but I can speak telepathically. Okay, so deep breath. I'm gonna move into the room with a light so that I can see.
Sure. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Even with holding my breath, I guess it can enter everywhere, can't it?
Oh yes. These spores are everywhere in your body.
All right, so like whatever happens here, I'm moving like towards the guy with the map up, be like, do you know how to read this? As I, start to trip. And it's gonna be 4 again until I fail.
Let's see how tripping you. Oh man.
Well, you failed off the
Mortrick,
first
you
one.
begin walking forward, and as you do, the fungus room falls away. You're back on the ship. You've got your great sword,
Gorfang, yep.
Gorfang. You're waving it around, and you're just like, "Oh shit, my sword's not cursed, y'all!" And you can see the captain standing next to you, and he's like, "You've done me so well. I, Captain Espresso Venti Grande, appoint you the greatest man who has ever lived." And then Cynthia runs up. She's actually a dragon with just her head, her actual human head. She's like, "Look, I'm a dragon now." In the background, you can hear Rik-Jaxx calling to you psychically, like, "Are you all right?" The Quaggoth chimes in and is just like, "This one is an idiot." So Rik-Jaxx, you're the only one who can even vaguely see what's happening. You know that Mortrick is wandering around in the room, waving his saber around. Whoosh, whoosh, and like the spore people are all moving away from him. They seem like they're quivering, almost if they're afraid he's gonna attack. Then Mortrick stops and he's just like, "I'm the greatest that's ever lived." This will affect you for a minute, and at the end of the minute, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
I want to go down.
I mean, you hear him saying weird stuff. Nope, you got a 1 on your saving throw. Yeah, man, like now you're physically rolling around on the floor, like licking the fungus that's on the floor here. In your dream, you're just at a tavern drinking ale that has been poured into a dancer's belly button, and you're just like, this is the greatest stuff, guys. Holy shit, this is how we should live. There's like a cooler version of Kazador, Runa, and Rik-Jaxx that are there. And then Kazador turns towards you and he's like, "Mortrick, I think you're a great party member. In fact, I'm going to make you leader of this squad." And Runa's just like, "You're so useful, Mortrick." Rik-Jaxx just kind of nods towards you.
All right, that's minute 2.
All right, so Runa, you hear Mortrick going, "No, guys, no, I can't be party leader." Kazador, Rik-Jaxx, what do you guys do when you just hear? I mean, you can hear him rolling around on the floor.
On the one hand,
He's losing
I'm
his
kind of
fucking
used to
mind.
it by now, but on the other hand, I want to help him.
All right, make another con saving throw. No one has come to your aid. All right, now that you're passed, you're immune to it for a short while. You realize that you're literally licking toxic mushrooms off the floor.
Mortrick, this way, Mortrick. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the room.
Thank goodness.
I'm gonna hold my breath and like sprint to over here.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. 4 of them.
I'm like drinking all the water I have.
It should be noted that dream was great for you. The hallucination felt great. It was definitely almost narcotic. Wow.
That was amazing.
Wow, you fail on the first one, Runa. Welcome to the Psychic Network for about 10 seconds until you run to the far side and break contact. You hear people that are just like, wait, stay, join, and you're just like, nope. All right, is everyone in the torture room with the dominoes?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like bad news guys. They don't know how to read maps.
Luckily,
Why don't you compare the map with this domino?
You should point out that the front of Mortrick's clothing is covered in orange and purple shit. He's basically a walking disaster. 100%. That shit needs to be dropped in like a vial of acid. Just fucking of that. He is definitely fungally infected.
All right, so in my backpack, I have my other set of clothes.
I'm gonna turn the face away from him.
So,
like, I did this before in a game. I had my characters change clothing, and I was like, everyone turn away. And someone was like, I watch him on through the window's reflection. And I was like, you what? Come on now. I'm in a vulnerable moment right now. Taking my clothes off.
I'm going to go out into the hallway.
Oh my God, you're back in the fungal network.
Oh, wait, it started. Oh, because it's in the porkless. Yeah, so I'm going to stop. Like, nope, that was a bad idea. I forgot the range there.
You want to close the door behind you?
Isn't it jammed open?
Oh, that's right. You did slam it directly open. Yep, you can't close it behind you. You're fucked.
So I'm going to, like, strip naked and throw all of my clothes out the door.
Oh, I wish I didn't have superior
dark vision. You can just, you notice him when he's doing it. You can just look away.
That's right. I'm going to go inspect this door.
So in the meantime, I'm also going to barricade the door. I'm going to take the former door that was there.
I want to point out that in doing so, you will be looking in the direction of Mortrick.
Yeah, I mean, Kaz is...
I'm not putting my clothes back on yet. I'm thinking.
You're just going to stand naked?
I'm trying to think, how can I clean up before I put on my clean clothes?
Kaz has been on the line with, party members, sort of venturing around the mines before. I mean, he's no stranger to...
All right. You're just picking up the door with a naked Mortrick standing next to it, holding a bundle of orange and purple clothing.
Setting myself about barricading the door, taking the middle door, putting it sideways, and then maybe I'll drag over the torture table, put it against that table.
So you'd have to take the table like off the wall and then move it over there. It's going to take a minute of work to do so, but it's possible.
Can I inspect the dominoes without looking in Mortrick's direction?
Yes.
I want to talk to Rik-Jaxx and be like, Rik-Jaxx, what kind of spells you got?
Rik-Jaxx, you start turning instinctively to answer a voice, but then you stop.
Yeah.
Runa, you look through these things. I mean, you definitely can tell it had a very similar, if not exactly the same, composition as the labyrinth you'd already found, even at the same angle. Like this end is north.
Right. Is there anything different about the one on the floor than...
It's hard to tell. People have been walking through here. Everything fell down. Some of them bounced out of place, clearly.
Right.
All right, so I no longer have common clothes.
I love that chat is enjoying the plight of Mortrick. Look, man, you're like, I need to plagiarize some articles. I feel like this is your bardic, not epic, but you could definitely write a small song, maybe a sonnet or a limerick about you getting naked.
Soap. Does anyone have water? I just drank all mine. Who has water? Does anyone have water?
I don't volunteer my water.
No one has water?
Nope.
You could go walk naked back to the horse.
I thought all their shit was gone.
Your rations were touched. I mean, that
Well, they were touched.
no, they were not touched.
Okay.
All of your shit was taken, but your rations and water were not touched.
Okay.
Right.
That might not be what Rik-Jaxx said to you, however, but that is physically what
That
is
is
available.
what actually happened.
Yes. I mean, look, you know that there can be some confusion in a game of tell.
Right.
And I push back the tiles to where I think they would have gone, the ones that were, kind of scooted around, to see if I can find anything else about
It
this
will take you
area.
20 minutes to do so.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Nothing
You
else
start
to do.
setting them up at high speed. I mean, you're a monk, so bending over and doing stuff really fast is not a problem.
I
Yeah.
have an oil flask. Is that like candle oil? What kind of oil is that?
Flammable.
That's flammable oil. That's meant
Flammable
for,
oil.
like, putting in lanterns.
Right. All right.
Yeah, don't wash your body with that.
I mean, you got to gladiator yourself, pour it down over, and he's like,
Yeah, light application
Check
just to
in the
moisten
sea.
the skin.
Straight
Or gets the hose again.
you don't want to be near Runa with that torch while you're doing it. I mean, that is one way to have a cleansing of your outer layer, but you probably won't enjoy the aftermath of it.
Yeah, that's
Not
what
the
I was
way to
thinking.
go, for sure.
He briefly considered letting Rik-Jaxx shoot flaming arrows at him. Just
Oh my god, what a terrible idea.
But then even Mortrick was like, no, it's too much.
It's too much. I feel like dying is too much.
All right, I can't really wash off, so I did get rid of the clothes. I'm gonna put on my fine clothes. I'm gonna wipe off my. If I like dump everything out of my bag and then like try to shake it to get some of the fungus off, how effective can that be? Can I? But it's not broken. Like I couldn't finagle mending into. Hold on, let me read mending. Single break or tear. Nope. Okay. Yeah. So I would like to shake the bag off. How effective of a job can I do on that?
Sorry, what's the plan? You just want to shake the fungus
Yeah,
off?
like I want to try and like clear as much fungus off of my bag as I can.
Okay. Make a dexterity check.
Dex. All right. So just ignore the modifier on this then. Oh wait, it's automatic though, isn't it?
It is. It's fine. You do a pretty good job of cleaning the bag out. That's a good question. Do you have prestidigitation?
I do not. I checked earlier.
That's rough. You know who did have prestidigitation? How?
Oh snap! That was my first thought. Was prestidigitation.
And Cinzia also has prestidigitation.
Whatever. Hal would be so dead by now.
You had faith in him. Now he's gone, and you're just written him off. He's dead.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, so then I'm gonna put on my fine clothes. I have some perfume, so I'm gonna spritz up. I'm gonna put just a little bit of that oil, work it into my hair to, mat it down. I'm gonna like spit on my soap a couple times just to get like a little tiny bit of lather, rub it on my face, and then I'm good to go.
Understood. What are the rest of you doing while Runa puts this labyrinth back together?
Rik-Jaxx is just, his jaw is dropped just watching all of this preparation that Mortrick has to go through just to get himself cleaned up. But then, in seriousness, I want to check out this door.
I am naked until the very end, Rik-Jaxx, so enjoy the show.
You wish to check out the western door. As
Yes,
you
sir.
take a look at it, it appears to be the iron door. There's a lock on your side. It's currently locked, but you could just unlock it and open it.
Any investigation check needed to see if there's any danger?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This whole place is made of danger.
You check the door over real quick.
Yeah, I got a good roll.
You touch things. You don't think that there's any problem with opening this door. It's not trapped, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
With the 23.
Can I open the door? Or I have to pick it open.
No, it's locked.
No,
on
it's
our side.
locked, but it's on your side, so you can just unlock
okay.
it. You know.
All right, unlock the door. And...
You swing the door open. Kazador, what are you doing while this is happening?
Well, I barricaded the top door, and I sort of was gonna start making plans to set up a camp in this room because it's pretty secure, aside from anything that can phase through walls.
Yeah, glad you mentioned that. What are you doing? Just clearing stuff away and such?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess
all right.
if I'm scrubbing my armor, if there's anything that on it as far as fungus goes, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Oh,
I need everyone to roll initiative. Runa, there's a very surprising thing happens when you look next to you as some of the Jenga pieces, the tiles shift, and then all of them are pushed aside in a wave as the Zorn pulls itself up. Mortrick is still naked in the corner.
Nice.
I want to point out that means you don't have your weapon on, although you can
Alright.
pick it up. You also don't have your spell component pouch in
Okay.
case you need that to cast. You'll have to pick it up off the ground, or your bag, or anything useful like that. So if you need to run from this fight, you're going to be in a very poopy situation.
You know, I played a lot of D&D, and I've never been in a battle where somebody's been naked, so this is a first for me.
So Runa, in order to see this happening, you had to turn, and behind the Zorn is a naked Mortrick. It is
Wind it twice.
burned into your memory forever.
Make
This is the
save.
worst day ever.
What do you want to do?
Since it's right there, I'm
Yeah.
gonna punch it.
Are we attacking it?
I guess he is. Or she
Spit it
is.
out at me. I punch it.
Go ahead.
Where's my weapons?
Yeah, that impacts.
I'm going to flurry of blows so that I can push it back 15 feet.
All right, let's see if your flurry of blows hit. No, none of your flurries of blows connect, so you do not get your open palm fist.
Even at a 17?
Yep. You punch it with the 17, and you hit this creature's flesh. You think, looking at it, that it will be pliable and easy, and instead, it's like punching a rock.
Ouch.
You keep punching. Nothing is happening after that first initial good hit.
Can I hit with my... Oh no, I use flurry of blows, so I can't hit it with my offhand.
That's correct.
Okay.
Kazador, you're like on the ground, you're rolling out a bedroll. All of a sudden, shit is happening behind you.
Yeah, I look around. Is that the creature?
That's
Rik-Jaxx?
it.
No, that's more trick.
Oh my god.
I've seen
Sometimes
more-
on this show, holy shit.
I've seen Mortrick's character. As impressive as it is, that's not it.
You've seen Mortrick's character. Is that what he calls it?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah, can I roll initiative twice? Once for me, once for my.
God damn it. Freaking bards, am I right?
What do you want to do, Kazador? You snatch your warhammer up and charge toward the monster?
Yeah, and the shield, I
So
guess.
in the foreground, the monster's in perfect view, and in the background, Mortrick is blurry.
Yeah, exactly. There's a DOF effect.
Yeah,
Major DOF
exactly.
effect going on.
It's like doing Borderlands and sighting down a gun.
So I guess I can reach him if I go over here.
Yeah, you'll have to move all the way in. You charge, you have to go around Runa. As you do, you kick down the beautiful tile labyrinths, you set back up again. Tiles are spraying everywhere in every direction as you and this thing are bursting. You
God
come
damn.
forward, you bring the warhammer down.
That's exactly what I'm up to.
Show me the power of your roll.
You know me all too well.
That will connect for 4 points of damage. This creature seems essentially unharmed by it.
Yeah.
I should point out that it is resistant to both of your attacks.
Bludgeoning. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Does that mean-
No. My apologies. It is resistant to neither of your attacks. I'm adding more damage on here.
Okay.
Bludgeoning affects it perfectly.
Okay. Perfectly as in normal, or perfectly
Normal.
as
Normal.
Normal.
Okay. Okay.
I just showed my hand by accident, but
It
I
happens.
thought it was one of those that had piercing,
logical.
slashing, and bludgeoning, but it only had 2.
Oh, it's
Kazador, what do you want to do? It's a rough
yeah.
day for you. You've already used an action surge.
Yeah, but
You know.
we short rested.
Do you get action surges back on short rest?
long rest.
Yes, I do.
What?
Yep.
Let's go to D&D Beyond to figure that out.
D&D Beyond, everyone. Where any of your
D&D
questions and all
Beyond.
of
You must
short or
finish
long
a
rest.
short or long rest. You
Right.
have all of your action surges back. You're down
Yeah.
some hit dice. What do you want to
And
do,
mine.
brother? You want to double down, keep attacking?
Mine.
As you know, you will never be attacked after or during a rest, and there's no reason you shouldn't use all of your abilities immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off.
I feel personally attacked.
I'm gonna use Tunnel Fighter.
Okay. All right, you enter into a tunnel fighter stance. Rik-Jaxx, things are getting real very quickly. As you turn to see the Zorn, it is impossible for you to not see Mortrick in full 1080p HD in the background.
4K.
You zoom in, eagle eye vision.
Yeah, it's that movie special effect where you like zoom in down the tunnel. What the hell?
It's the Hitchcock shot.
But it's in slow motion, so you're like, what the hell?
The Zorn looks pretty. All right.
I mean, in comparison.
Conversely, I'm imagining the Rik-Jaxx and this thing's like interactions being very much like the shaky cam zoom in and out, old school like 70s footage, or like
That's only because it's stalking you horror style, like Resident Evil.
Peter Jackson style, early Peter Jackson.
Okay. What do you want to do, Rik-Jaxx? You've got this door cranked open. You've literally just opened it, and this thing has arrived.
Okay, I'm checking here. Hold on. So I'm going to I'm going to run closer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then off to. Is that how you do it? How do I
Can you move
point
that far?
again?
Holy cow.
Oh, there it is. So see that point?
Yep.
Where I'm pointing on the map. Okay,
Yep.
so I want to do that spell again.
You want to use Silent Image?
Silent Image to do another Zorn.
Oh, you actually already know that this creature has tremor sense, and if it isn't able to detect the creature, it will be worthless, right? Like, if it physically cannot sense something standing there, it's immediately, it might not know it's an illusion, but it's definitely going to be like, well, that's weird. I see something standing there physically, but also I see nothing there. It's like an empty hole.
So are you telling me I shouldn't cast that?
I'm not saying that. What I am telling you is that it will immediately know something is up with Zorn number 2.
All right, so you're giving
What he's telling you is don't do that.
Yeah, he's telling me don't cast it.
I'm telling you that as a spellcaster, you would know this to be true already because you rolled very high on your Zorn identification check.
Okay, then now since I'm in range, I want to cast Color Spray at the Zorn.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I will ask one time, are you sure?
What's Color Spray?
Have you read the spell yet?
Wait, no. Kazador has his back to me, doesn't he?
Yes?
Okay, will that help?
No.
Like, as a
Kazador
spellcaster?
will 100% be caught
You
in
just throw a
this.
flashbang. It ain't gonna help.
Well, it's a cone effect, so I thought it was a directional thing.
I mean,
Okay.
he's in it.
Okay, then all I've got left then is the do.
You got your crossbow, right?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do the because I have Ray of Frost, but that's kind of useless. So it's back to the firebolt. Here it comes.
You're getting some compliments in chat, by the way, Bearded.
Thanks. Fine, that's just...
Sorry, what were you using? Ray of
Trolling.
Frost?
No, it's the firebolt.
Firebolt. I mean, look, you aim this firebolt, you solidly hit this creature, and the fire just splashes over it and rolls off the other side. It does not give a fuck about your spell. That is how low that AC roll is.
Sure. Now I got a question then. As a if I was diagonal, would that be far enough away from Kaz that he's not affected by
you
a
could
cone?
start the cone.
Okay.
So I mean, for right now, in order to hit this creature, the cone must pass through Kazador, right? There's a straight line between you.
Yeah, and I couldn't get around him, so it's for next time. Okay.
Okay, Mortrick, you're naked. Your stuff is at your feet, and you are scrubbing your bag.
I am gonna drop everything, put my hands up in the air, walk towards the creature,
Oh my god.
and be like, Runa, you got a bag of gold. And I'm gonna say to the creature, it's just misunderstanding. It's not too late to walk away from this. We have something for you. And just
you have something for him. You're waggling yourself in front of him as you walk forward.
It doesn't care about human genitalia. It makes out with rocks.
I like how straightforward he is about that, and perfectly correct. So it starts snorting. It immediately turns towards Runa and makes a growling noise. It's like looking over your body, trying to like find something, and then it physically sees with its eye that bag of gold and leaps towards you.
Fuck.
I need everyone's passive insight. Actually, I might already have that.
Passive insight.
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. It's D&D.
D&D Beyond.
I got 13.
You've got the perfect warlock.
So do I.
Passive insight is 10.
13.
Gotcha. Critical roll.
Really? I thought it was higher, Mortrick.
That's D&D. That's his passive
My
perception.
passive perception is.
Okay, anyone who has a 13 or higher on passive insight realizes that this creature, the fungus that's on it, seems to be preventing its treasure sense from working properly. It's having trouble finding money, and it has to locate it manually. And now that it's located Runa's treasure, it seems to be attacking. But when it first came into the room, it wasn't looking at Runa, it was looking around the room. So for whatever reason it came here, it doesn't involve you guys. That's the passive insight that the 13s get.
Interesting.
Is my turn officially over?
I mean, do you have anything else you want to do?
I would just. What was Runa's passive perception or insight? 13. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would just kind of repeat that out loud in case no one else picked up on it, because I wouldn't trust anyone else to pick
The
up
creature
on it.
now attacks Runa. What's your AC, Runa?
15.
Oh boy. So this thing hits you with 3 of its leg claws and then tries to get its massive gaping maw of a mouth to bite you.
Thank God, only one.
It will hit you with 2 attacks.
Oh, yeah.
So unfortunately, the claw hits you for 9 points of damage. The real problem is the bite. It bites you at your waist, trying to consume your gold pouch, and as it sinks its teeth in, it hits for 15 points of damage. So you take
Jesus
24.
Christ.
It rips the pouch free at the same time. You can see it's hanging from one of its teeth. It's desperately trying to get that pouch inside of its mouth. Runa, I need you to make a death saving throw. Get a 20 immediately. Come back up.
That is on the main page. Whatever. I'll just roll.
Yeah, it's on your core stats page.
Oh my God.
Ooh, snap.
That is 2 failures on a 1. You are in an extremely dangerous zone right now. And you have to rely on Mortrick to save you.
So it's double trouble.
You're dead.
Do I put my pants on first? Or
That's the door. You're up.
Don't put your pants on.
Yes, chat. It was a natural 1 on the death saving
It
throw.
was a natural one.
Oof.
Do I get an advantage for having 2 Runa pieces up right now?
Nope. Sorry. You're like, you can't kill me. I've got all this great art of my character. And I'm like, that is what resurrection spells are for.
Oh my God.
Do bards need a spellcasting pouch or anything, or are they like weirdos?
Yeah, I'm looking up my cure wounds right now.
Spellcasting, cantrips.
Cure wounds, it's just verbal somatic.
Ritual, you do need a spellcasting focus, like a magical instrument or an arcane focus.
I mean, you're a bard, so, and you're naked.
It's my voice, obviously.
Your voice is not a spellcasting focus, unfortunately. However, your like notebook that you write down your raps in would be a spellcasting focus.
Okay.
By raps, of course, I mean melodies. I'm the one that raps.
You're the one that raps.
Spoken
Really,
word.
what I have is just like a bunch of half-copied, homework assignments.
Still, it's in your bag, so you could run over and get it real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
However, it is Kazador's turn. Kazador, what would you like to do?
So this thing is devouring the gold patch, or is it already found
The
it?
gold is on a string that was on Runa's belt, and the string is tucked in its mouth. So it's like around a tooth. It's trying to flip the bag back up into its mouth. It hasn't consumed the gold yet. The gold is like a piece of kale stuck in its teeth.
There's a lot of noise in your background, Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yep. Again.
Debating whether I should like try and knock it away or just keep on attacking.
Well, what do you like more, money or killing things?
I mean, I like them both a lot.
It's your choice.
It's a question to me. It's a question whether or not how tough this guy fucker is. Seems pretty.
Some have called it the master of the labyrinth. Others have called it an extraplanar entity from the Earth plane. It literally killed Runa in one round.
Yeah. Okay.
Mortrick is naked. I don't know. What do you want to concentrate on?
Some shit has happened today, okay?
Yeah, I know it's fucking rough.
Yeah, that's been rough.
It's rough.
It's been a day, guys.
Kazador is like, we'll be perfectly safe in here. There's no way that thing that swims through stone would ever randomly attack us.
I was just saying, like, yeah, okay, that thing can get us, but nothing else could.
Of course.
It just happens to be that this thing wants to get in here. Okay, I'm gonna. What kind of action is it to swipe at the coin thing? Is it an act like my act? My attack?
I'll let you use one of your attacks to do it. Yeah. So
Well,
it would
you
be
got-
an action for you.
Yeah. All
You don't
right.
have two
So
attacks yet.
I'm gonna use my action to sort of just try and get the coin purse away from it. Only a small distance. Doesn't have to go very far, but well, I guess it can go far. Yeah.
All right, sure. Make your attack.
I'm gonna golf swing. Golf swing.
Yeah, go ahead.
4.
What you got? Oh, man.
Show us the power of your roll.
You chip its tooth in the process. You see it go flying. All of the money in the bag begins spilling out, clattering among the tiles, slamming into the wall. Ting, ting, ting. Hundreds of pieces of gold and silver all over the place. The creature waves its arms through the air to try to like snatch anything it can out. Blood comes out of out of the tooth as it turns towards you. The blood is oozing and purple and super viscous. The creature blinks its one massive eye towards you, and you are pretty sure it's fucking pissed.
Okay.
And you dealt 5 points of damage to it.
That's pretty. I was thinking it would be like if you dropped a bag of coins in front of a person who has an OCD to pick up coins, but apparently not.
Well, instead, you've angered it.
Yeah.
You've angered it really, really badly.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do, Kazador? Maybe taunt it twice.
I shall taunt you a second time.
Do you have 6 fingers on your left hand?
I guess I'm gonna action surge.
This
Oh,
thing
sorry,
doesn't-
I'm tunnel fighter. Yeah.
This thing has 3 arms, so it doesn't even have a left hand. It's got, hand 0, 0, 120, and 240. For its angles. Sure, action surge. Hit me with another attack.
Sorry, no, I meant.
Oh, you're just tunnel fightering? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm almost dead. It's fine.
Rik-Jaxx, what do you wanna do?
Ooh, ooh.
I think you gotta hold spacebar in order to talk to us.
Yup.
You forgot about that. Nope, we still can't hear you.
Nope, still can't hear you. Just unmute yourself and then remute yourself.
It was working earlier, but...
Oh, it only works if the window's active.
Ah, there you go. Well, we can hear you.
Yep.
Noise.
What you gonna do?
Gosh darn it, there's two things to do. There's attack or try to save. So I'm going to try to save Runa.
Yeah.
How do you want to do that?
I'm going to go back to my character sheet and do medical.
Okay, all right. You fall down at Runa's feet, pulling out any medical stuff that you have. Do you have a medical kit? Otherwise, it's just bandages and shit. Make a medicine roll.
We got the medicine things from the monks, right?
That's
At
true.
the bottom of the hole. We all have one.
18. Yeah, you patch Runa up.
Yeah.
She rolled d4 to see how many hours until you get 1 hit point. She looks bad. Like on the verge of passing bad. Definitely had entered shock. Anything else you want to do, Rik-Jaxx?
You're muted again.
I had to switch back. So now I think I'll just pull her further out of the way behind, into my square behind Kazador.
Okay.
And then, yeah, because I can't do anything. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Because it's going to trigger an attack of opportunity, maybe.
No.
No, not if I pull
But if she
her.
comes back up from Mortrick healing her, then you'll both have disadvantage. And anyone attacking either of you will have advantage.
Okay,
If you pull her
so
into your square. That's all I'm saying.
Can I pull her into the square that's to my left?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that then.
No, you can't move. That would be an amazing answer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, hey, I would do something else. If you said no, I would do something else.
Mortrick, you're up, buddy.
And I get 6 squares, right?
That's correct. However, you left your bag and all of your clothing back at the door.
Yeah, it's 1 square. Well, she's stable now, so I don't need to do what I was gonna do.
If you heal her, though, she gets back up and can rejoin the fight.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, like, I have to go back for my bag.
Yep.
But now that she's moved, I don't think I can make it to her. Because I had it counted. So 1, 2...
Do you have healing word?
No, it's cure wounds. I think it's touch. Is it?
That is a problem, yeah.
Yeah, it's touch. So now that she's moved... Wait, okay, I'm there. 1, 2... Alright, I have to take the attack of opportunity on me.
I think you could do it, right? You could go 1 step, you pick up the
1,
bag,
yeah.
2, 3, brings you to right here. Then Mortrick Light. Yeah, you could still make it to Runa in 6 steps.
Right. Oh, right. But then as long as I stay next to him, then I don't take the attack,
Yeah, it's
right?
correct. Only
yeah.
people with Tunnel Fighter will do that. So basically, Kazador's the only person in this campaign that will happen with.
I'm going to pick up both my book and my sword. And I'm going to run back. And I'm going to, like, run in, like, a real,
So
like,
dangerous to
high
run
step.
around with the sword while naked. I can't even begin to tell you. Oh, boy.
And it's like a big, like, high step. Like, I'm pumping my knees all the way up to the level of my hips. Like, bounce
I'm
around.
so glad I'm dead for this.
Oh, it's gonna get so much worse in a second. You
Yeah, it
arrive
is.
to stand over Runa.
So when I get to room, I'm going to put one hand over her eyes, be like, you don't want to see this. I'm going to cast.
You just got done
I appreciate
rubbing your
you.
body, right?
Yeah.
Step down. Step down.
Okay, roll your.
I am out of 2nd level slots. So, Runa, you're only getting
1d8 plus
1d8.
3.
That is fine with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, if you are gonna fucking roll good at some point tonight, Mick, that is the one to do it on.
So as soon as I hear Runa gasp, I'm not going to leave my hands over her eyes and be like, don't look. You don't want to look yet. You don't want to look yet. You don't want to look yet.
Oh wait, it's not my turn
I
yet.
love that you're like down on one knee, covering Runa's eyes. In the background, this creature's just like it's literally right behind you.
But And I'm gonna say, Kaz, keep me safe, and I'm gonna give you my last inspiration.
Oh boy, Kaz. Well, you're about to go to Pound Town, brother.
Oof, please don't use that phrase right now.
Its three claws begin gathering up the gold that's closest to it and stuffing it in its mouth. As this is happening, it's still going to use its bite attack to attack Kazador. So it's coming towards you, blood gushing out of the broken tooth, gold coins being stuffed in its mouth. Rah! All I gotta do is hit, and then I can deal a fuck ton of damage. Come on. You know, he's easy to hit, right? Nope. It slams onto your armor, and just like, it's got you sideways, and is trying to like crush you with its jaws, but it's just not strong enough. You can feel its teeth like a, what are those called with the old, you know, like with the records?
Scratching.
Sonograms? No, that's not right.
I have no idea. Gramophones?
Gramophone. Yeah, it's like a gramophone against your armor.
You're gonna need a better can opener.
Runa, you're awake. You're alive. Things are unpleasant. And it's time to call the show for the night. No! Get rocked. All right, so let me see how much experience you guys get for the night. You
I really want to spend a week with thinking about Mortrick naked over my body.
It's too late.
Welcome.
I get to draw next week.
Welcome to D&D. Oh my gosh.
My bad. That was.
There's going to be so many censor bars next week.
I mean, I assume it's just going to be tasteful nudes, right? He would never go so erotic that Twitch would fucking come after me.
I mean, I'm naked and this thing has tentacles, right?
Oh my god. Just do everything waist up.
There's also going to be gold everywhere. So it's
It
gonna be
doesn't
great.
have tentacles, it has tendrils. Claw tendrils. Tendrils and tentacles are two. Look, we already
Splitting
faced the
hairs.
tentacle monster and we destroyed it, okay?
Oh, we weren't naked in that one, though.
Well, there's no we about this naked thing, right? So don't.
I guess the Zoran's naked.
I mean, Zorns
All
have
monsters
no.
are practically.
You guys get 225 experience points.
Do we level?
In the
God,
middle
let
of a
us
fight,
level.
can you do that?
Probably not.
I would allow it.
What do we get? 225?
Yes.
We there?
That'll level us. That'll level us.
Yeah.
Well, it should be pointed out that during that process, at level 4, you'll get to choose either a feat or a ability modifier increase.
What do we do? 225? Is that what we got?
Or another class, if you so choose.
I mean, you can always do that, but when you reach your 4th character level,
right.
you always can choose a feat or a ability thing.
I'm taking a
Right?
feat.
I
I
think-
want no magic.
Ah, so you are accessing the racial magic of... So
yeah, the deep no magic.
the tension of this fight has caused all of you to like break your own limits and get a whole extra level out of it.
Limit break.
This is my final floor.
We just went Super Saiyan 4.
Some of you may gain access to new magic. Everyone is going to get fully restored hit points.
Yeah.
Let us roll for your new hit point amount, however. Right? So you'll roll your first level's maximum hit points plus your constitution modifier plus 3d whatever your die size plus 3 times your constitution modifier. I'm just going to write that down because it's a little
that'd be great.
confusing.
I think I saved the formula.
Formulas, I think it's 8 plus
I did.
2.
/R 8 plus, right?
No, mine is 8, unless you have 1d8.
Mine's 1d8 too.
Okay, cool.
And then 4d8. No.
3d8.
8 plus.
Wow, I doubled my hit points. Right? 3d8 plus 8 plus 4.
So 8 was your first
Yeah.
level. And then what's your constitution modifier?
1.
Yep, you now have 26 hit points. Mortrick wandering around naked, healing Runa, all of a sudden you're just like, this shit is over!
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I have 1 less hit point?
Well, you don't.
No,
have
you keep your original
But
level.
still, that's only 20 hit points.
But you still regain your hit points up to that point.
Oh my god. I can't believe I rolled a natural one on a freaking 3D.
Wow, fucking Kazador 998 on a 3d10 roll. You're not gonna beat that for a while, motherfucker. 45 hit points. At the beginning of this episode, Mortrick had like 12 hit points. You're like 4 Mortricks.
More ways
too
than
complicated. 8 plus 0 anyway, plus 3d8, right?
Yep.
Plus 0.
So, as a DM, I can either.
All right, I got 18 now. Okay.
Okay.
I can't. So I get to. I could take my charisma up to 19.
That's correct, and it would also raise your spell save modifier and several other requisites.
Yeah. Is there a feat you think of that would be comparable to that?
War Mage. Sorry, I think it's called Warcaster.
Warcaster, yeah.
D&D Beyond did a poll to see what feat was most popular, and Warcaster won with 84%.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I know Wizard has a.
The next closest, I think, was Sniper. Warcaster's
Sniper.
pretty much guaranteed for a melee caster, and a Bard is such a thing.
Yeah, I actually use it for my Bard.
Warcaster gives you Constitution saving throw advantage to hold spells that are concentration. You can perform somatic components even when you have a weapon or a shield in both hands, so you can dual wield. You'll no longer need to be able to be like because you'll be able to use both of them, and you can use a reaction spell instead of an attack.
That seems like a good.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that seems good.
Hey, since we just leveled, do we get full spell slots too?
You get whatever your new spell slots are. So you won't
Okay,
get
so
all of
you-
your spells back, but if you gained a new slot, that's there.
I wonder if I gained a new slot. Okay, I had 1 slot left. Let
People
me
are saying
see.
Ritual Caster, Magical Initiate, Observe It. Keen Mind is a very popular one. It allows you to ask the GM if you've learned any information in the last 30 days and completely recall it. So instead of being like, I have to make an intelligence saving throw, you could just be like, what was the name of that guard again, Arthur? You know that one we talked to for 2 seconds?
And then Bailey.
It also increases your intelligence saving throw. It lets you know what time it is at all times and lets you know which way is north.
Yeah, what's observant?
I don't know. I have to tell you, the other one is luck.
Ooh. Yeah, I thought about luck.
Luck is a huge, massive pain in the ass, to be honest.
Yeah,
luck is pretty
I was
much
saying
the
that.
most dick choice you could possibly make.
So
It's popular.
Very Mortrick.
I mean, at the moment, extremely Mortrick.
Also
Observant is increase your intelligence or wisdom by 1. If you can see a creature's mouth while it's speaking a language you can understand, you can read its lips, and you get a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, perception, and passive investigation intelligence.
Magic initiation. Ooh, I can get present.
What I was thinking of grudge. Sorry, forget it now.
Magic initiate. Bard. You learn 2 cantrips to a I like that.
Okay. I do get a spell slot, so I can cast 2 spells. Okay.
Grudge bearer.
And you have some sick new spells that you can cast because you're right. What are the crazy ass
Yeah,
shit
so
that you can do?
I can do blur once a day.
Fuck that
That's
shit.
innate.
Fuck
I
blur.
can do blindness, deafness
Yep,
once a
that's
day.
awful as well.
And blur is good.
Yeah,
Disadvantage
I
on
know.
attack.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
Good for you, not for him.
Yep, and I get charm person, I think. No. Wait, no. Disguise self, which is sort of like a minor illusion.
Yep, that allows you to change your appearance.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna need to look at that then.
I have to tell you though, the option to increase your stats is always going to be a strong one.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because I figure, I mean, if I do both now, put me at 19. Next time I could take my charisma all the way to 20.
So, based on the HP rolls that you took, I'm guessing everyone is putting their 4th level in their same class. Then,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Correct.
Some of you might have gained new abilities, but I don't think any of you gained anything super significant beyond like a spell level or something.
I got a new spell.
Yep,
What do you
of
think
course.
of Tasha's hideous laughter?
Well, it's super annoying.
I'll take it.
It's a great ability.
Yeah.
It's also super frustrating to pace down. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
You're like, ha 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 ha.
We need to get you back, right?
Kazador, you're so close to 5th level with that second attack.
Yeah,
That's where you go from being able to do 1 attack round to 4 attacks with action surge. That shit is wild.
I could do
really?
Yeah, you do 2 attacks and then you action surge, you get 2 more attacks.
I didn't know that. I
Yep.
thought it was one more attack.
Right,
It
it
is.
is 1 more attack, but
you
action
get
surge
another
lets you take a
attack
whole
action.
extra turn, basically. It gives you another action.
So you will have 2 attacks per action. Action surge gives you another action, which gives you another 2 attacks.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But you can't
That's
do a
wild.
passive. You can't do the free action, the extra action.
Yes,
Bonus
you
action.
can. You can do another bonus
you can
action
still
as
do
well.
it.
It says that in action surge.
What?
Yep.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Holy
very
moly.
close.
That's
I was
how
thinking about-
that's how the cleric fighter works, right? You do attack, and then you use Cleric of War's ability to attack as a bonus action. Action surge, attack again, and then you use the cleric ability to get an extra attack.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, no, I was thinking about cleric. I still am. I mean, I'm not gonna pick. It's like silly to think about doing that mid-fight, but you know.
Well, for one thing, you won't have a holy symbol, so you won't be able to use any spells
Yeah, yeah.
or call upon any abilities. It'll be real tough.
I think he's gonna need a moment. You know, like a moment of clarity to make that transformation.
You just gained slow fall though, Runa, which is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
That thing where you almost killed yourself is now consequential to you.
No more pit traps.
I mean,
I
for
didn't fall in
you,
the pit trap. I jumped over it.
you can reduce any falling damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level.
Yeah, so 20.
So 20, yeah.
Wow, nice.
You have to fall a significant distance, like 30 to 40 feet, before you need to start worrying about that stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Arthur Perkins. I can write mediocre raps over the course of an hour and a half. Over 4 hours, I can write Mortrick into standing naked in a corner. But you know what I can't do is make some fantastic art. Let's find out more about these people that are capable. Mortrick, I hate to say that you were the MVP. I feel like you were the most visible player, and I don't mean that as, you know, the fact that you were naked.
Oh my gosh. I'm giving you a player inspiration for that.
Thanks. Just, I feel like you had a lot going on today. It was very important. You know, let's start with your outro.
I mean, you know, Mortrick's an important guy. He's the glue that holds this team together. He is the shining beacon they can all gather around to find comfort in their time of need.
No.
And I'm none of those things either. I'm just a dude that draws comics on the internet, sometimes with tentacles and naked people. You know, it's a living. But I'm Mccomicker. I can be found on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, where I draw comics. And that's pretty much all I do because I'm a kept man. Let's send it over to Robert, PlanetKhaos. What do you do?
Hey guys, so PlanetKhaos, Chaos with a K. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on Instagram. I draw a lot of D&D characters during the week. I will be streaming tonight after the show. And
Like immediately
as
after
I
show,
get
or
new
like
news, I'll pass it on. Like a what?
Like immediately?
Like immediately, or like in like an hour?
At least in about an hour or
Okay,
less.
all right. I just want to know if I was like, oh, I get to pass it on to you. Okay.
No, can't raid or anything. I won't be that quick.
We'll
Got some
work
stuff
on
I
it.
gotta do.
We'll get
Okay.
you there.
Bearded, off to
What's
you.
up, guys? I'm on Twitch, Instagram, and Twitch at beardedjalapno, JALAPNO. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the drawing tonight. And more
Oh,
tricks.
you made these drawings?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my goodness,
And
they
I
look
do them
fantastic.
sometimes on Twitch as well.
My goodness. So skilled.
Thank you, sir.
No, thank
do my
you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Without you, these drawings
You're
would
welcome.
No, I'm pretty sure you'd be drawing without me. You just probably wouldn't be drawing.
just not this character.
Yeah, I mean, you might even come up with Runa. I mean, you wouldn't draw Lilwyn, right? Like, she wouldn't exist in your mind without
which is
it.
way better.
Wow, you feel like Lilwyn's better than... Okay, all right.
I mean, I just feel bad for Little One because everyone she's ever known and loved is dead and a zombie now.
You don't know that.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh my god.
Source needed.
All right.
yeah, what about you, Connor?
Pretty good. Yeah. I mean, damn. Yeah, this is some great art, Bearded. Thank you very much for doing that. I love her. I also like her orc earring. It's very orky, and I don't think I've seen that before. So that's pretty cool. My name is Connor Hughes. You can find me on twitch.tv/ConnorHughes. I will be going live momentarily because I got some inking to do. So you can check me out there. Otherwise, we got a few hours left in the Kickstarter, so if you would mosey on over there if you're interested in buying a volume of 200 pages of comic work, you can check us out there at White Ash Volume 1 at Kickstarter. Otherwise, thanks. AP, up to you.
I mean, what can I say? You know, I'm Arthur Perkins. This is Apgamingreal. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all of that stuff.
You could drop another fat rap.
Rather than drop a fat rap, I want to thank Cottontail's mom. She just started watching the show on YouTube. Yeah. This is the 12th episode. If you've made it this far and you're still listening to outros, congratulations. Everybody loves your daughter. So, yeah, I mean, assumably she'll stop long before she gets here. But you know, Easter's coming up, and the best thing that you could do with family is to fill the gap rather than talking about politics, about your shared love of things like Game of Thrones and fantasy shows. Wouldn't it be great to give them all links to this particular playlist so that they could begin watching and discuss their favorite moments with you at Easter, instead of talking about how Grandpa has said something mildly racist?
Oof, too meta for me.
It's not even remotely meta. I mean, that's some fucking real talk right there. Oh.
What? She's not gonna stay for a naked Mortrick?
I mean, if she makes it up to episode 12, I'll be shocked.
He deserves saintly powers or something.
Don't worry, my family watches my shows occasionally too. It is a fucking nightmare for me.
I can imagine.
Yup. You haven't even seen the Lexi Tales based shows. They will never forget. I am in so much trouble at family gatherings now.
At least they have something to talk about.
Talking about me is not a thing that I want my family to do. Sometimes I hope that they put me in that same neutral space that they put, mostly everything. Gentlemen, ladies, audience members, let us part together as friends. Twitch Prime.
Twitch Prime.
We'll see you next week.
Twitch Prime.
Bye, everyone.